Hello everyone, welcome back to Bring Me That Shawarma. I actually haven't touched this in a while, but it looks like they added a few things, but I haven't even gotten through, like, the main, I'm assuming it's the main, like, storyline or something. I don't even know if all these take place in the same area. What is this? Wow, that what a name. Yeah, anyway, I think where I last left off or finished was this one, which is actually called Bring Me That Shawarma. And this would be the second one, I'm assuming. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and start playing. This is Bring Me That Shawarma 2. My name is Ksenia, and this is my shawarma shop. Of course, from the outside, this building looks pretty bad, but I bought it very cheap. In the past, it was a fruit and vegetable store. Due to nearby supermarkets, business wasn't great and so it closed. I used to shop at it all the time on my way home from university. One day, the salesman told me that they were closing down. The former owner wanted to say goodbye to the unprofitable business as soon as possible and leave for his homeland. He had no time or desire to look for a buyer and so was simply going to abandon the building. When I found out, I persuaded him to sell it to me for 300 bucks. It's a good steal. I will be right back. Okay, where was I? And that was my first step. That was my first and most important step toward my dream. I had always longed to open my own shawarma shop, but of course, that meant a huge investment. Rent alone could cost as much as $800 a month, not to mention the price of cooking equipment. It's not easy to find that kind of money when you just graduated. That's why when the chance came up to purchase a location, I took it immediately. Wait a minute, is this in full screen? Yeah, okay. No. Shoot. Hold on. Settings. There we go. Okay. It gave me a huge boost of motivation to grow my business. After gathering all of my modest savings, I thought about the next steps. So, I have a store with a pretty good location. It's not far from the center of town and it's near the university as well as a bus stop. Before I move on to setting it up, I need to take care of one more important thing, and that is the recipe. A great location won't save you if the shawarma shop doesn't have delicious food. Everyone knows that the main secret of good shawarma is the excellent white sauce. But where to get it? The usual recipes from video bloggers are unlikely to surprise anyone. All that remains is to try to find something on the dark net. Oh, here we go. Alien Kitchen? Alright. Not much here. And they also ask for a lot of money for their mega secret recipes. There are no money back guarantees either. What should I do? I can't spend that much money to buy a pig and a poke. Actually, there's something here. Topic from user Valera Tentacle. A sauce with an unearthly flavor? This is something new. There isn't much of a choice to choose from and it's free. Why not give it a try? Having downloaded the cherished document, I began to cook, thanks to the fact that surprisingly I had all the ingredients on hand. What's this for? Huh? This too? Yeah, you really can't find a recipe like this anywhere else. I'm starting to wonder if it's a huge joke. Anyway, it's too late to stop now. Cocaine! And then, after another 5 minutes, the sauce is ready. Time for tasting. Delicious! It's very good. I need to make shawarma with it as soon as possible. I'm really happy with the result. Who knew that by downloading some strange recipe from an even stranger place, you could get such a delicious sauce? I don't even need advertising. When someone tastes it, word of my shawarma will spread all over the place. Well, now that the recipe problem is solved, I can move on to equipment. My budget is tight, which makes it hard to search. I might have to buy broken and do repairs myself. Fortunately, the answer came all by itself. A friend who works as a cashier at a bar and grill, typical Oleg, called me. I think that's from, was it the first or the second one? Told me to say that the owner is planning to upgrade all the equipment in the kitchen and sell the old. From knowing the quirks of the owner, it's safe to assume that he will not bend on the price and want it quickly taken. So I jumped at the chance. And then, after a couple of days, I had everything I needed. Very coincidental that that the owner happened to have that available. I believe it was the first one. The character, it was a girl, she thought that it was closing, but really the owner was updating the building. I'll leave the link to the first and second video in the description. It's been a while. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, there's not enough money now to budget for beautiful signage. But that's okay, I'll just use a printer. It's acceptable for the first day. Now, as for the meat, I found an interesting ad with prices much lower than usual. I don't know about that. When it comes to meat, you don't really want to skimp out on price. Go for at least top of the line, or maybe not top of the line, but go for something that won't poison your customers. That's just what I'm thinking, I don't know. All it took was for one simple phone call, and I had a sample of meat. Dogs or pigeons? After unpacking the meat, I sit it on the hot grill and then turn my attention to the drinks. I have a nice stock from the nearest supermarket. In no time at all, the meat was ready by 9 a.m. Time to open. Well, while there are no customers yet, I'll roll a shawarma for myself. Here's the first shawarma made in my shawarma shop. I have to take a picture to remember this moment. That's a great photo. I need to upload it to Pic today. Maybe I won't upload it to my page. I'd rather create a separate one for the shawarma shop. But what do I name it? Oh, I can actually... Shawarmalam. No. Shawarmazing. There we go. Oh, I forgot the... Shawarma? How does this spell? How do you spell this again? Why am I drawing a blank? Shawar. Okay, shawar. Shawarmazing. There we go. Make it. Oh my god, I'm struggling here. There we go. Look at that. Now that the page is created and the photo is uploaded, I can officially be congratulated on my opening. All that remains is to wait for the first visitors. Now we play the waiting game. I waited all day, but no one came. A couple of times people came in expecting to see the old vegetable store here, but when they didn't see what they wanted, they immediately left. Well, that's to be expected. Without good signage, this place is hard to notice. But I'm not worried, because I can make shawarma for myself and enjoy its great taste. The next day, 7 people visited. Not bad at all. So far, the beginning of the journey has been great. If everything works out the way I planned, I'll soon have lots and lots of visitors. After all, white sauce can work wonders. Well, you said you graduated college. I'm wondering what you study. Was it like culinary or business, perhaps? Those are the only two I can right off the bat think of that you could like get a degree from college and then want to directly open a food business. I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. This is her dream, you know. I'm all for it. The next day, 15 people ordered. And after a week, I was steadily rolling 50 shawarmas a day. The word of mouth has really worked. I used to think that it was impossible to attract customers in this way. But after finding the recipe, I knew right away that it would work. How could people not tell their friends about this kind of sauce? Within a month, my shawarma shop became quite popular. But I wasn't going to stop there. I used the profits to run an ad in Pick Today. If it works, then I can think about a nice sign. In the meantime, I can relax a bit. Halloween is coming up. It would have been cool to decorate the place. Too bad all the money is going to advertising. But that doesn't stop me from throwing a little party, meet a friend, celebrate Halloween, and then successfully launch off my business. Drinks are available. I'll make shawarma. You don't need more than that for a party. I called Tanya and we agreed to meet at her place on Monday after work. And now the long-awaited moment has arrived. Look! This is what my shawarma shop looks like. Looks good. This is Tanya, my friend. She works at the bar and grill typical Oleg and is one of the ones who helped me purchase the kitchen equipment. And is the one that helped me purchase the kitchen equipment. You bet, I did my best. I remember you told me that you found a recipe for an awesome sauce. Yep, it's just unbelievably delicious. It's what made my shawarma shop so popular. Is that so? Is it really that good? I can't wait to taste it. Yeah. Then let's get this party started. Tanya turned on the horror movies on the TV, unpacked the shawarma, and for the next hour, we ate and chatted about all sorts of topics. But you can't have a good Halloween celebration without scary stories. I didn't procrastinate and started with the most interesting stuff about werewolf pigeons, horrors on night trains, aliens among humans, and of course, incredible shawarma disappearances. It's obvious that my stories are creepy, but Tanya stubbornly keeps trying to pretend that they aren't. Who would have believed such a thing? It's obvious right away that you made it all up. Nope. Well, or at least not all of them. Oh, come on. Now it's my turn. Yeesh. Oh, sorry. I always have to drink when I'm doing like these long dialogue games. My stories may not be as scary, but they're at least a little bit true, so listen carefully. Recently, there have been many rumors about disappearing people, strange animal behavior, and unexplained natural phenomena. At first, I was skeptical because I had heard all of this mostly from drunken guests. But recently, an incident happened that made me change my mind. We had one man, a delivery guy from Edible Dog. He took a big order of 21 shawarmas and then disappeared without a trace. That was the last one. I didn't disappear though. I thought I was saved. I went in with that one chick. I replayed it, right? At least I thought. It was even talked about on TV. And what's so scary about that story? Before that, he had a conflict with one of our regular customers, a crazy old man. This geezer is very creepy, and the stories he tells are so wild. It makes you feel like he's a sectarian or just escaped from an insane asylum. Always telling people about conspiracies and aliens. He also told the courier that he shouldn't go into that dangerous neighborhood, that things would turn bad if he didn't listen. But most importantly, after the guy went missing, the old man disappeared too. In fact, a lot of strange things have been going on lately, so be careful. That's what she calls a scary story? A handful of rumors from customers in their bar? She could at least embellish it a little. You don't know how to tell scary stories. Let me do it. Alright, but let's eat something first. While we were eating a new batch of delicious shawarma, I started telling another horror story about rotten sauce. The time is flying quickly as we tell interesting tales. Wow, it's after midnight. But it was fun. That's right. Except the transportation's out. Do you want me to call you a cab? Oh, I can't stay! I gotta go home at night! After midnight! After telling those scary stories? Come on! After hearing those rumors? Come on! Alright. Thanks, but I want to go for a walk. It's a quiet neighborhood and I don't live that far away. I've always been amazed at how fearless you are. You live alone, you opened a shawarma shop by yourself, you're not afraid to go out at night? Did neither the movie nor my story scare you? Well, it's scary of course, but it's not enough to walk down a dark street. There's an urban legend that says that this is the time when you can meet your doppelganger while returning home. It will follow you all the way to your apartment, and you must never show it your face. Otherwise, if it recognizes you, it will steal your eyes and take your place. Oh, okay. You know, I've been seeing a lot of or I know a lot of before, I don't know how long it is. This is like a few months ago. There was a lot of things about the doppelgangers, especially on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram and stuff like that. I didn't realize that doppelgangers were as creepy as that. My understanding was that I knew that if there was a doppelganger, I knew the story that behind if you saw your doppelganger, you would die, or one of you would die, because there can only be one person within that, subspace. I didn't realize it was as creepy as that. I just thought it would be like seeing your clone, and then, nature decided, hey, we can't have two of you. You're throwing off the balance of the universe. Immediately get hit by a car. Whoever, survives is the one that gets to take your place. I didn't realize it was all that creepy. Stealing your eyes, following you around and stuff like that. But then again, my first introduction to doppelgangers when I was young was anime, so they played it out a little bit differently. It wasn't until later that I, actually learned all the weird tales about them. But yeah, I always found that interesting. Anyway, sorry about that. That's enough, that's enough. I won't be able to sleep now. Come on, it's not that bad. The main thing is to close the door in front of the double's nose. What happens if you don't make it? Well, you have to live with and care for it. But you can watch movies and play together. If you're lucky, you can get your double to go work for you. If he's as lazy as I am, that won't fly. But I feel better now. Thanks for hanging out, and see you soon. Be sure to post when you get home. Of course. Bye. I said goodbye to my friend and went outside. The stories that I heard today came back to my mind. It just so happens that since childhood, I loved all sorts of horror stories, and by now I managed to harden my nerves with them. Right now, as I walk down the deserted, dimly lit alleyway, I feel only a slight thrill and excitement. Halfway there. It's dark ahead. Why aren't the lights working again? And this strange feeling. Is it me? Or someone following me? I slow my pace to look around. The street is still empty. Strangely, not a single light is on in the window. Where have all the late night lovers gone? I look more closely at one of the windows. Is it just me, or is there really someone standing there? I can't see anything in the dark, but just maybe there is a face staring back. Wait a minute. Someone's watching from the other window too, and from another one. Damn, if you look closely, there's someone in every window, and it's the same in the house across the street. What are they all doing? What the hell is going on? My eyes dart to each house again, one by one. Just as quickly as they appeared, all the silent watchers are now gone. Whew! Is my imagination running wild? I'm uncomfortable and quicken my pace to home. But now it's beginning to feel as if my footsteps are echoing in some strange doubled echo. And there's that stupid feeling again, like I wasn't alone. Maybe it's Tanya who decided to play a joke on me? I look over my shoulder and see a dark silhouette about 10 meters away. The face is concealed by the dark of the night and the hoodie they're wearing. But I know it isn't my friend since the height and build are different. I speed up. The person behind me did the same. I had enough of bullshit for one day. I run as fast as I've ever done in gym class. Just a little longer and I'll be home. From the sounds of it, the stranger didn't give chase, but I didn't slow down. There's the intercom. With my keys in hand, safety washes over me. In a few minutes, I'll be sitting on my favorite couch, drinking cocoa, and remembering a fun evening. Before I open the door, I foolishly turn around. The dark silhouette is still in the distance. But it isn't what horrifies me. Centimeters from me, two broken arms in a zigzag fashion were reaching towards me. Oh God. I catch a glimpse of a pale bluish skin before the joints of the inhumane limbs unbends. Lengthening even further, cold outstretched fingers press a scrap of cloth to my face. A strange, viscous smell fills my lungs, and my head begins to feel heavy. After a few seconds, consciousness flees from me. I wake up to someone patting my cheek. My eyes struggle to open as I lift my head. Oh, it's you! Everything's so blurry. Who is this? Who's this little girl with the blue hair? Or not little, or not a girl. Damn, it hurts all over my body. I try to move, but I can't do anything. Hey, what's going on? What is this? I'm tied up. My vision begins to clear. It's pretty dark wherever I am. Maybe I'm in some kind of basement. Do you know why you're here? I was attacked. I don't know what it was. Oh, don't worry about that. If you behave yourself, it won't show up again. So, what do you want from me? It's very simple. Close your shawarma shop. What? That made me come to my senses in a jiffy. I don't care if I'm tied to a chair in the basement. There's no way I'm giving up on my dream. No, I won't do it. Okay then, next question. Where did you get the recipe for your sauce? He also wants to steal my recipe? I won't tell you anything. You don't have a choice. You can't just walk out of here. My friend is probably already looking for me. Yesterday she got a message that you had successfully made it home. And today she received another one saying you decided to go to a city for the Fall Goose Festival. Sounds like me. Tanya certainly won't suspect anything. So I'll just sit here until you get bored. What if the one who kidnapped you comes back? Do you want to meet him again? This clown's threats are starting to piss me off. Let him try to reach out with his bony limbs to me again. And I'll have a new specialty shawarma chopped bastard in my establishment. I looked into the stranger's eyes, putting all my hatred into my gaze. Is it just me, or is he surprised? In the next second, however, his face takes back on the same cold expression. Well, I guess I'll have to be drastic. My methods will make it impossible for you to even look at shawarma. I only snort in response. What is he talking about? What he's talking about is just impossible. The captor steps back and stops next to an object that was once concealed in the shadows. When I look closely, I realize that it's a TV. The unknown person turned it on, and strange images flashed on the screen. Oh no! I hate shawarma! What the hell is this? This is terrible. I try to look away, but it's as though the images attract my gaze and hypnotize me. And these sounds, they make me feel so sad to the point that my soul is being torn apart. Do you like being stubborn? Let's see how long you last. After these words, the guy exits, leaving me alone with the psychedelic video. Whew. What do you think of my movie theater? Exciting? Comfortable enough? The TV flicks off. I look tiredly at the familiar figure next to me. How long has it been? About 18 hours. And I didn't even notice. There's so much you could have done in that time. Like go to Goose Festival in another city. After such a movie, my head is woozy. I only remember a couple of times they brought me food, but otherwise, just these disgusting images were in front of my eyes. Still don't want to talk to me? Go to hell. I'm not giving up my shawarma. Stubborn little human. Your brain should have melted by now, but you're still resisting. Then it's time to try something else. Having said that, the kidnapper put a glass of white liquid in front of me. Alright, I don't want to know where this came from, buddy, but I'm not drinking it. What happened? Oh, my bad. Is that sauce? But why does it stink so bad? The unbearable stench is making me dizzy. I take a closer look at the contents in the glass. Is it just me? Or is there something in the sauce? Something is wriggling and trying to get out. It looks like tentacles? What the hell is going on? Enjoy your time together. Oh, wait a minute. After these words, the bastard grins and exits, leaving me alone with the full glass of stinky goo. Later, some strange girl comes in. Where did you come from now? Maybe she's here to rescue me. But no, she's just cleaning and pays no attention to me at all. I try to strike up a conversation with her and get some information, but I only managed to find out her name, Eleona. The next day, the weird dude comes back. So, what do you think of my friend? All this time, the strange slurry with tentacles was just splashing around in the glass, exuding a stench, but nothing more than what was happening. The odor is certainly unbearable, but something like this certainly won't make me change my mind. What? He didn't even get out? The guy was clearly surprised. You've gotten lazy, buddy. Okay, I'll deal with you later. Have you changed your mind? I sighed heavily. No! I'll never close my shawarma shop. And thanks to the special sauce recipe, it is a great future. The kidnapper's face changed. He grabbed my shoulders in a fury, clutching it, and moved so close that the tips of his whiskers tickled my nose. The recipe for the sauce? What if I told you that it was incomplete, and you didn't even reach 1/10 of its potential? How would you know that? Because I'm the inventor of the original recipe, and the one you found was brazenly stolen and remade, and certainly not in the most skillful way. For a second, I was stunned. If this delicious sauce is only a parody, then what is the original? Really? Then you're amazing! The kidnapper's gaze suddenly warmed, a slight smile on his lips. How can we tell he's wearing a mask? The guy let go of my shoulder and clasped his hands behind his back, posturing. You bet! Being a shawarma master is a great thing. I honed my skills for a long time. If you knew how much effort it took. Yes, I understand you. Even though I'm only a beginner, I've already realized how many difficulties can be encountered along the way. I will not give up and will do everything I can to make people love my shawarma. I will also try many recipes and create my own. Your efforts are commendable, but alas, such skills is not available to humans. Only the true shawarmasters of the Kupier belt can master this art. Wait, what's he talking about? Well, what's wrong with that? Such skill is not available to humans. Can you, a human, get spices from Mars? Or essence from the tail of a comet? Comet? Only true shawarma masters from the Kupier belt can master this art. What does that even mean? And you'd better stay out of this. Oh, come on! We were vibing, man! Oh. I thought I was getting on his vibe. Having said that, he turns the brainwashing program on the TV again and leaves. In the morning, as usual, Aliona cleans the room. Hey, it must be hard for you to clean here every day. A little bit, but I have to try to not disappoint the master. Maybe I can help you? What? The two of us can clean up faster and better if you untie me. But what if you run away? Nonsense. Where can I run from here? Hey, look, there's sauce on the chair. Leona thought for a while. Aren't you going to fool me? Of course not. She hesitates, but the offer of help seems too tempting. All right, but you will only clean this room. She unties my hands. Wait here, and I'll get you a mop and a rag. To my amazement, she leaves. This is my chance. Oh, Leona, you had one job, Leona, was to keep us there. I guess I could escape. Why am I suddenly on his side? Okay. Maybe I should be on the character we're playing side. I go out into the corridor and look around. No one is here. What a familiar place. I've been here. This is the shawarma shop of that... What's his name? Vadim. Could he be the one who kidnapped me? That guy in the hoodie looks just like him. There's no time to think. I have to hurry before the girl comes back. Oh, shoot. Okay, let me save here. Right. Okay. Let's go left. I turned left and found myself in a room that apparently stored food for making shawarma. Some kind of warehouse? How am I supposed to get out of here? I looked around. Empty boxes and bags of condiments were lying everywhere. A makeshift table made of a mountain of boxes caught my eyes, and on it lay a sheet of paper. There's some ingredients in here. Maybe it's that secret sauce recipe. The second I felt something slimy start to wrap around my waist and legs. What the hell is going on here? Before I knew it, the strange creature had already grabbed the hand that had held the cherished recipe. That's the way he needs it? What was that sentence? I'm not giving away the secret sauce recipe. Silly. It's some random piece of paper. It doesn't have Vadim's signature sauce recipe on it. The creature can talk? That is Vadim. Only now I realize I'm in danger, but it's too late to run. The slippery tentacles wrap around me tighter and tighter. You were unable to escape from the hands of the alien. Escape failed. Okay. Oh no! That's terrible! Okay, let's go back. How do we load? Wait a minute. I want to load. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's go right. Turning right, I immediately notice the exit, but my attention is drawn to the open kitchen door where the smell of roasting meat wafts out. Maybe there I can find the recipe for the sauce the kidnapper was talking about. We have to take a chance. I quickly stepped inside and began frantically searching for the coveted piece of paper that I calculated must have the recipe for the secret sauce on it. Why are we just escaping? The kitchen was quite spacious, with daylight bulbs hanging over the kitchen units. There were 2 grills on the table for cooking meat and several more toasters. After a few seconds, I finally found the ingredient sheet next to the grill. I was about to leave, but my gaze fell on the shawarma that was warming up on the grill. It's definitely going to burn if I don't intervene. Oh god, okay. Time to save again! Alright. Since that's a dead end, I know this is a dead end, I'll save here. I'll just save over it. Okay, return and turn the grill off. As a true connoisseur, I can't allow that to happen. Excuse me. It would only take a couple of seconds, turn off the grill, then bolt straight to the exit. I approach the grill with my finger extended already. I can practically feel the cherished power button beneath my skin, when suddenly, I get wrapped around my legs. Yeah, I have the recipe. It's the same. This one's animated? I definitely love your persistence, but even with the recipe in hand, you can't make it because you don't have the main ingredient. This creature can talk? It was only now that the meaning of the strange talk about shawarma masters from the Cooper belt began to dawn on me. Did you really think you could escape? I'm in danger, but it's too late to run. Yeah, okay. Right. Okay. So let it burn. I don't think it's worth risking it over shawarma. I need to get out of this unfortunate place soon. I quickly leave the kitchen and head for the exit. I have a secret recipe and I'm sure my shawarma business will thrive because of it. You found the original sauce recipe and left the place with it. To be continued. Okay, so that's about it for this one. That was Bring Me That Shawarma 2. Hopefully, I'm assuming Who Stole My Sauce? Oh no, White Blood. That would be the next one. So the next one's going to be White Blood. I will definitely pick up this game again. I know it's been a huge delay since the last time I played it. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe as it does help the channel. And more suggestions will pop up if you want to watch more of my videos. And I'll see you all next time. Have a fantastic day. Bye!